Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Ruby Game X. Today I'm going to give you my top wish list for figures that I want to see from Hiya Toys. Number one, obviously it has to be the MUTO'S. The 2014 versions of the MUTO'S have been requested for so long. It's been years and years, and really no company has ever made any articulate figures. Sure, we got statues here and there, but no real figures that have articulation and exactly what people have been asking for. And we have seen 3D printed figures, but I generally think Hiya Toys could make really awesome MUTO'S figures. I think they can do them in a correct size with great articulation, accuracy, and the colors finally right on, because most people actually believe that the MUTO'S are full on black, and that's not true. They are a totally different color, and I just want a company that finally fulfills the accuracy, the colors, and the size correctly. And finally, as well, show some love to the MUTO'S, because they don't really get any love. And also, not just the male and female MUTO'S from 2014. I want them to continue the line to the Queen MUTO'S and onto the Prime MUTO'S. That's very important for me. I want the whole MUTO family to be completed. Next one would be Godzilla 2014. It's been quite some time since any company has revisited this figure in general, so I think it would be a great opportunity for Hiya to give us a fresh take on their version on Godzilla 2014, since it is a little bit more thicker. It has a different design on his toes, claws, dorsal plates, and also his tail. So I'm quite curious how Hiya Toys would approach this and give their style on Godzilla 2014. And I would absolutely love if they gave us the angry expression and those beautiful dorsal plates that look like rocks, or just in general good texture around the dorsal plates. And it's also going to be fresh, it's going to be new, it's not going to be a reissue or using the same models as the 2019 to 2021. Next on the list, it has to be Godzilla 2000. It has a beautiful design, beautiful colors throughout his dorsal plate, and I grew up watching Godzilla 2000, so it has a special place in my heart, and I would really love to see their take on their Godzilla 2000 and how it would overall look with his dorsal plates, his designs. I'm curious to see if they would rather go for accuracy or for a rather stylized version. If you guys do remember, there is different versions of Godzilla 2000, and same with his dorsal plates. And there's the video game style, there's the movie version, and then there's just other versions of the suit where the dorsal plates are sort of different. It's minor, but still, I think a Godzilla 2000 with his iconic cat face has to be on the list for Hiya to make into a figure. It's one of my all-time favorites, and on the list I'm just talking about my favorites and what I would like to see. Let me know which one you guys would love to see from Hiya Toys. Next up, I would love to see Orga be turned into a figure form monster. This, as a kid, gave me the chills. It was very scary and very unique to look at. I love the overall backstory on this and how unique and scary his arms, his mouth could expand. This is a very unique figure and gives opportunity for Hiya Toys to revisit different versions. I would definitely love and prefer to have the expanded mouth version where he is absorbing Godzilla, trying to copy Godzilla 2000. I would love that version, because, or just in general, give accessories to switch the mouth. But I have a feeling that Hiya would rather do different versions. There's multiple routes that Hiya can take. They can do the alien version, the mothership, Orga absorbing Godzilla. So there is a lot to do with this figure, and in terms of color, they can do a lot of things as well. I think it would be a perfect figure, and it would be the first ever articulated figure for any official company to actually make, besides the old toys that Bandai and kits that have been released for quite some time. Next on the list, it would be this beautiful tiger, which made a brief appearance on the comic book for Kong, and also was part of the concept art for the Skull Island movie of creatures that never made it to the final cut. I think this beautiful white tiger looks unique with his patterns, the overall color, and I think it would be fresh, something that most people really don't have. I know it's not a fan favorite, but still, it's something that is not out there really, and that's Mainly what I want to see, monsters that haven't really been done by other companies or haven't been touched at all, or monsters that were just scrapped off and were turned into concept art and never made it onto the final movie. That's my main point. And I think this would be a really great articulated figure in general. Next on the list would have to be Warband. I think this one is a must-have from Hiya Toys. I think Hiya could deliver a great figure, offering a decent articulated Warband with nice details throughout his body, and they could also do two different versions. They could do a battle damage version against Kong, and they could also offer like unique expressions to add on to your Kong figure, like one of Kong getting choked or just battle damage blood around it. And I would really love Hiya Toys to make a full-on figure on this. It would be a great size and great opportunity for Bendy Wire to come into play. Next on the list, it has to be the Ready Player One Mechagodzilla. I know most people want the Mechagodzilla 2021, but I feel like Monster Arts has already done a really nice job with that. It has decent articulation, so I don't really see Hiya Toys doing another Mechagodzilla like that. For me, it's just a waste of time. Personally, I would love this Mechagodzilla because there isn't one out there. There is, but it's a bootleg and it's not 100% accurate. It's more like a stylized version, and I think Hiya Toys could really give us a badass Mechagodzilla with this version. And just imagine all the accessories they can do. So yeah, definitely a Ready Player One Mechagodzilla would be really awesome on the list. And they could even do LED lights. They could offer like a hologram version of himself as well. So the possibilities are endless. And of course, I'm not close for a Mechagodzilla 2021. And if they do ever, because I'm sure they will, I hope it's the version where it has red and the blue colors. That's the version that most people are expecting, because the one from Monster Arts was kind of disappointing in terms of paint job. Now, for the rest of the video, I'm just going to give you some figures that didn't make it onto the list. I think a few MonsterVerse figures would be really nice. Most people haven't really seen them in figure forms with articulation. If anything, recently, Omega Beast and Sparrow Studios has been making figures. I mean, statues like Behemoth and Queen MUTO'S and others like that. So I think they definitely have to touch the MonsterVerse figures and expand on that. But I would also love to see a Shin Ghidorah. I think that one would be really nice. Just imagine how big and all those details on that figure would look. Also Kaiser Ghidorah, Shin Godzilla, and also a Zilla. All of those sound pretty nice. And in general, the idea is for Hiya Toys to make figures that never made an appearance in terms of toys, figures, or just never been touched in general. And if they have, I would love them to do something unique, something that hasn't been done in terms of articulation, accessories, and special color versions. I think there's a lot of room for different versions of Shin Godzilla. Personally, I think Monster Arts has already gave us a fantastic Shin Godzilla, but I think people are looking for that affordable price, I guess, and different forms. They could do form 1, 2, and 3 all the way to 4th, even the 5th form that was never made into a second movie. There is concept arts of the last angelic form of Shin Godzilla, and I think they could do really unique things with all their monsters. And here's the thing, guys, the list is endless. Honestly, I know that most people do care for accuracy and the right colors. I know it's very important, but for me, I'm starting to like more stylized monsters, unique things. For example, Hiya Toys could give us a very stylized concept art of Zilla, of Godzilla 2014, Godzilla 2019 to 2021. There is so many things that they can do with other figures like Kong, Biollante, Destroya, other versions of the classic Godzilla, Godzilla Earth, Kiryu. There's so many things that they can do, but the thing is that I don't want them to do figures that we have from NECA, Monster Arts, and other companies, because for me personally, this is my personal opinion, I don't want to buy the same figure that I have from other companies, because over time you do start to realize, damn, I have so many Godzillas instead of having different villains from Godzilla, instead of having this monster and that monster, you end up with a shelf full of gray Godzillas, and it's not so pretty, trust me. When you get older, you start to appreciate uniqueness. You start to appreciate different things, different monsters with different stylized versions, different takes on them. That's the whole point for me, at least. But of course, let me know your opinion. Which are your top 5 or top 10 monsters that you would definitely love to see, from number 1 being your favorite to the least favorite to the top 10? Comment down below, share the video, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.